Do you know someone who never switches their electricity provider, afraid the power might go out? That fear is unfounded. In this lesson, we clarify what switching provider really means and why it is a small, safe thing. Let's start with an important insight. Your electricity or gas provider is only responsible for the contract and the bill. It produces no power, brings none to your socket, and installs no meters. The provider only handles the paperwork, the contract, the billing, and the admin. That sounds unspectacular, but it is the key to understanding, because whoever grasps this loses all fear of switching. So who actually delivers the power? That is the grid operator. It takes care of the lines, the meter, and the real delivery of electricity and gas. The provider, by contrast, only issues the bill. Remember this split. The grid operator delivers, the provider bills. The two have completely different jobs. You need this distinction in almost every customer conversation. Take the municipal utility as an example. Many think it delivers power straight to the socket. That is not true. It only issues the bill when the customer has chosen no provider. If someone fails to pay for a long time, the provider reports this to the grid operator. Only then can the power be shut off. So the provider itself cannot take your power away. Now you understand why the fear is unfounded. When you switch, the power does not go out. Even a few months without an active provider are harmless because the default supply kicks in automatically. Only when nobody pays for many months does the power get shut off. So switching provider is a small and safe thing. Finally, one important difference. There are two typical cases. In the first case, the customer already has electricity or gas and only switches the provider. In the second case, someone moves into a new flat. On moving in, they can sign up directly with a cheap provider instead of landing automatically in the expensive default supply. What does this mean for your conversations? You can take the customer's fear away. Calmly explain that the power stays on during a switch. Tell them that only the contract changes, not the line and not the meter. Exactly this knowledge makes you confident and credible in the conversation. Let's sum up. First, the provider only handles the contract and the bill. The grid operator delivers the power. Second, a switch is safe. The power does not go out. Third, when moving in, you can sign up cheaply right away. In the next lesson, we see why the